Welcome to KC Production. Before we dive in, if you enjoy world-class content covering history, culture, power, and achievement, hit that subscribe button right now and ring notification bell so you never miss a video. We are KC Production and we bring you the world. From the golden age of Hollywood to the vibrant cinema of Latin America, the Americas have gifted the world with some of the most extraordinary performing talent in the history of film. Today, we count down the top 40 movie actors and actresses of all time from North and South America, spanning the years 1960 to 2026. These icons have been ranked based on their total number of films, commercial box office success, audience appeal, and cultural impact, personal wealth and net worth, and also their remarkable achievements, personal struggles across decades of work. We begin at number 40 and work our way to the greatest of all time. Let's begin. At number 40, we begin with a legend of Brazilian cinema, Sonia Braga. Born in Maringá, Brazil in 1950, Braga became an international sensation when her performance in the 1976 film Dona Flor and her two husbands broke box office records across Latin America. Her international breakthrough came in Kiss of a Spider Woman alongside William Hurt, earning a global critical acclaim. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Braga has acted in more than 50 films and television productions, crossing between Portuguese, Spanish, and English language cinema with stunning versatility. In 2016, her role in the award-winning Aquarius reminded the world that her talent only deepens with time. A true trailblazer for South American women in global cinema, Sonia Braga remains one of the most important screen presences Brazil has ever produced. At number 39 is John Leguizamo, a Colombian-American performer whose energy range and cultural pride have made him one of the most compelling actors of his generation. Born in Bogota, Colombia, and raised in New York City, Leguizamo burst into Hollywood in the early 1990s with films like Carlito's Way and To Wong Foo. Thanks for everything as well. He has voiced beloved animated characters, carried dramatic films, and headlined acclaimed one-man Broadway shows. With over 80 film credits to his name and a net worth exceeding $25 million, Leguizamo is a fierce advocate for Latino representation in Hollywood. His career is a testament to relentless work ethic and cultural pride, proving that Latin American talent belongs at the very top of world cinema. At number 38, we have Maria Felix. Known simply as La Donna, one of the most powerful figures in the history of Latin American cinema. Born in Alamos, Sonora, Mexico in 1914, Felix dominated the golden age of Mexican cinema from the 1940s through the 1960s. Her striking beauty, fierce independence, and commanding screen presence made her a living legend. She starred in over 47 films across Mexico, France, Spain, and Italy, refusing to be defined by Hollywood's expectations. Maria Felix was one of the highest paid actresses in Mexican cinema history during her era, and her cultural icon status endures to this day. She died in 2002 at the age of 88, but her legacy is immortal. At number 37 is Eva Longoria, actress, producer, director, and activist whose career has grown well beyond her breakthrough role in Desperate Housewives. Born in Corpus Christi, Texas, to a Mexican-American family, Longoria has fought for Latina visibility in Hollywood throughout her career. Her directorial debut with Flaming Hot in 2023 was met with strong critical reception and commercial success, cementing her place not just in front of the camera but behind it. With a net worth of over $80 million and an extensive producing portfolio, Longoria is one of the most powerful Latinas in the American entertainment industry. She has used her platform to advocate for immigration reform, education funding, and equal representation. At number 36 is Ricardo Darín, Argentina's greatest living actor and one of the finest screen performers in all of South American cinema. Born in Buenos Aires in 1957, Darín has built a career of extraordinary range and moral depth. His role in The Secret India Eyes won the 2010 Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, introducing him to global audiences. In Wild Tales, directed by Damon Srivan, Darren delivered a performance of dark comic brilliance. With over 60 film credits and multiple international awards, Darren has been the face of Argentine cinema for 3 decades. His work consistently explores the complexity of the human condition, and a few actors anywhere in the world do it with more quiet power. And number 35 is Jennifer Lopez, a Puerto Rican American icon who has conquered music, film, fashion, and entrepreneurship simultaneously. Born in the Bronx, New York, Lopez shot stardom with her portrayal of slain Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla Perez in the 1997 biopic Selena, for which she became the first Latina actress to earn over $1 million for a film. Her role in the 2019 film Hustlers earned her Widespread Award Season Praise. With a net worth exceeding $400 million and a career spanning over 3 decades of blockbusters, Lopez is a cultural juggernaut. She's living proof that Latina women can dominate every creative industry on earth, simultaneously and unapologetically. And number 34 is Gael Garcia Bernal, the Mexican actor who helped usher in a new era of Latin American cinema at the dawn of the 21st century. Born in Guadalajara in 1978, Garcia Bernal emerged in a powerful ensemble of Amores Perez in 2000, one of the most lauded films Latin America has ever produced. His collaboration with Alfonso Cuarón in Why Tu Mama Tambien became a global cultural touchstone. His portrayal of the young Chef Guevara in the Motorcycle Diaries gave him international stardom, and his voice role in Pixar's Coco reached audiences of all ages worldwide. A committed activist and producer as well as actor, Garcia Bernal has spent 25 years demonstrating that Mexican cinema punches above any weight class in the world. And number 33 is Lupita Nyong'o. Born in Mexico City to Kenyan parents and raised between 2 continents before conquering Hollywood. Nyong'o's debut feature film performance in 12 Years a Slave in 2013 won her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, making history on multiple fronts. Her role as Nakia in the Black Panther franchise gave her a global audience in the billions. In Jordan Peele's US, she carried a dual performance of terrifying psychological complexity that left critics stunned. Born in Mexico, shaped by Kenya, and trained at Yale School of Drama, Nyong'o represents a truly global cinema, a North American star whose story belongs to the entire world. And number 32 is Edward James Olmos, a pioneering Mexican-American actor whose performances in the 1980s and 1990s fundamentally changed how Latino men were portrayed on screen. Born in Los Angeles in 1947, Olmos earned an Academy Award nomination for his electrifying portrayal of mathematics teacher Jaime Escalante in Stand and Deliver. He played the iconic Death's Gaff in Ridley Scott's Blade Runner and directed and starred in the landmark gangster drama American Me. Olmos has used his platform for decades to address gang violence, prison reform, and Chicano civil rights. He is one of the most respected figures in American cinema, and his influence on generations of Latino actors is immeasurable. And number 31 is Fernanda Montenegro, the First Lady of Brazilian cinema and the only Brazilian actress ever nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. Born in Rio de Janeiro in 1929, Montenegro had been performing on stage and screen for over 7 decades. Her shattering, deeply human performance in Walter Sales' 1998 masterpiece Central Station captivated audiences worldwide and earned her the Oscar nomination. Her career includes more than 60 film and television credits. Montenegro represents the conscience of Brazilian storytelling, a figure whose presence on screen commands not just attention, For reference, at about 19 years old, she remains an active and beloved national treasure. And number 30 is Demian Becker, a Mexican actor of extraordinary quiet power who received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor for his role in A Better Life, in which he played an undocumented Mexican gardener in Los Angeles, struggling to provide for his son. Born in Mexico City in 1963 into a legendary family of Mexican actors, Becker has worked across Spanish and English language film and television with equal authority. His performance in the Bridge television series earned further international recognition. Becker's work consistently centers the Latin American immigrant experience with dignity and grace, making him one of the most important voices in contemporary North American cinema. And number 29 is Salma Hayek, Mexican-American actress, producer, and activist who battled her way to Hollywood stardom against enormous industry resistance. Born in Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz, Mexico in 1966, Hayek first gained international attention through her work with director Robert Rodriguez. Her true triumph came when she produced and starred in Frida in 2002, a passion project that earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress and 6 Oscar nominations overall. Hayek has spoken candidly about the harassment and discrimination she faced in Hollywood, becoming a leading voice in the Me Too movement. As a producer, she has championed Latin stories for decades. With a net worth exceeding $200 million, she is one of the wealthiest self-made Latina women in entertainment history. And number 28 is Morgan Freeman, one of the most recognizable and trusted voices in the history of African cinema. Born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1937, Freeman worked for decades in supporting roles before achieving leading man status. His Oscar-nominated turn in Driving Miss Daisy and his iconic role in The Shawshank Redemption, considered one of the greatest films ever made, established him as a towering figure. His Academy Award win for Million Dollar Baby in 2005 capped a career of staggering consistency. With a net worth over $250 million and well over 100 film credits, Freeman is a monument of American storytelling, lending wit, wisdom, and moral authority to everything he touches. At number 27 is Wagner Moura, Brazilia's most internationally celebrated male actor of the modern era. Born in Salvador, Bahia in 1976, Moura rose to prominence with a ferociously intense Elite Squad franchise in which he played Bope, Captain Nascimento, to terrifying effect. His portrayal of Pablo Escobar in Netflix global phenomenon Narcos brought him to audiences in over 190 countries, and he learned Colombian Spanish specifically for the role. In Neil Blomkamp's Elysium, he held his own opposite Matt Damon in Hollywood. As director of Marighella, he proved his vision extends behind the camera too. Moura is a standard bearer for a new generation of Brazilian cinema on the world stage. At number 26, we have Whoopi Goldberg, one of the rare EGOT winners in entertainment history and one of the most dynamic black female performers ever to grace the screen. Born Karen Elaine Johnson in New York City in 1955, Goldberg received an Academy Award nomination for her debut feature, Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple, in 1985. She won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for Ghost in 1990 and has since built a career of immense scope and variety. With more than 150 film and television credits, her net worth exceeds $60 million. Goldberg broke ground for black women in American cinema at a time when very few doors were open, as she walked through each one with her chin up. At number 25 is Antonio Banderas, the Spanish actor who became a Hollywood action icon and in recent years one of the most critically acclaimed dramatic performers working everywhere and anywhere in the world. Born in Malaga, Spain in 1960, Banderas first rose to fame through his collaborations with Pedro Almodovar. His Hollywood breakthrough came with Robert Rodriguez's Desperado and The Mask of Zorro, in which his charisma and physical dynamism made him a genuine star. His autobiographical performance in Almodovar's Pain and Glory earned him the Best Actor prize at Cannes in 2019 and an Academy Award nomination as well. With over 80 film credits and a net worth exceeding $50 million, Banderas bridges European and American cinema like few ever have. At number 24 is Viola Davis, the first black actress to achieve a triple crown of acting, winning an Oscar, Emmy, and Tony Award, and one of the most powerful performances of her generation. Born in St. Matthews, South Carolina in 1965, Davis grew up in poverty and hardship before training at Juilliard and working her way to the top of American performance. Her Oscar-nominated performance in Doubt opposite Meryl Streep is just 8 minutes of screen time and is legendary. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Fences in 2017 and commanded the screen in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and The Woman King. Davis is a force of nature whose every performance burns with the truth that cannot be faked. At number 23 is Robert De Niro, one of the supreme titans of American cinema and a defining figure in the history of the art form. Born in New York City in 1943, De Niro earned his first Oscar for The Godfather Part 2 and a second for his transcendent physical transformation in Raging Bull. His collaborations with director Martin produced some of the greatest films ever made: Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, Cape Fear, Casino. With well over 100 film credits spanning 6 decades, a net worth of $500 million, and a permanent place in the cultural imagination of the world, De Niro is simply one of the reasons cinema exists. His legacy is beyond question. At number 22 is Penelope Cruz, the Spanish actress who became the first Spanish performer ever to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her blazing performance in Vicky Cristina Barcelona in 2009. Born in Alcobendas, Spain in 1974, Cruz has worked consistently across Spanish, Italian, and English language cinema, building a filmography of astonishing range and quality. Her ongoing collaboration with director Pedro has produced some of European cinema's finest work, including Volver and Parallel Mothers, for which she received a third Oscar nomination. With a net worth over $55 million and more than 60 film credits, Cruz is one of the most versatile and enduring stars in world cinema. And number 21 is Javier Bardem, arguably the greatest living Spanish actor and one of the most commanding presences in international cinema. Born in Las Palmas, Gran Canaria in 1969, Bardem comes from a legendary acting dynasty. He became the first Spanish actor ever nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actor for Before Night Falls in 2001. His portrayal of the Chilean assassin Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men won him the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in 2008. In Beautiful, he delivered a performance of devastating emotional scope. Bardem operates between Spanish and English language cinema with total ease, and his net worth of over $30 million reflects a career of consistent excellence and fearless artistic choices. At number 20 is Meryl Streep, by almost any measure, the greatest screen actress in the history of American cinema and the most nominated performer in Academy Award history, with 21 nominations and 3 wins. Born in Summit, New Jersey in 1949, Streep has spent 50 years demonstrating a technical mastery, emotional intelligence, and chameleonic range that has never been matched. From Sophie's Choice to The Devil Wears Prada to The Iron Lady, she has inhabited entirely different worlds with complete effortless authority. With a net worth of over $160 million and a career that shows no signs of slowing, Meryl Streep is not merely a great actress, she is a standard by which all actors in American cinema are ultimately judged. And number 19 is Will Smith, one of the most commercially successful actors in Hollywood history and a performer of genuine dramatic depth. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1968, Smith transitioned from his rap career and sitcom fame to become one of the biggest box office stars on earth. His dramatic performances in Ali, The Pursuit of Happiness, Concussion, and King Richard, which won him the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2022, revealed a seriousness of craft that his blockbuster persona sometimes obscured. His films have grossed over $9 billion worldwide. Despite significant personal controversy in 2022, Smith's body of work and cultural impact on black representation in Hollywood ensured his legacy remains substantial. At number 18 is Denzel Washington, the defining black male actor of his generation and one of the most respected performers in the history of American cinema. Born in Mount Vernon, New York in 1954, Washington's physicality, moral authority, and sheer charisma have made him one of the most compelling figures ever to appear on screen. He won his first Oscar for Glory in 1999 and his second for playing a corrupt cop in Training Day in 2002. His portrayal of Malcolm X under Spike Lee's direction is considered among the greatest biographical performances in film history. With a net worth exceeding $280 million and over 50 film credits, Denzel Washington occupies a singular space in American culture. At number 17 is Kate Blanchett, one of the most decorated and intellectually formidable actresses working in worldwide cinema today. Born in Melbourne, Australia in 1969, Blanchett has built a filmography of astonishing range across more than 70 productions. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for The Aviator and Best Actress for Blue Jasmine, while receiving 4 additional nominations. Her towering performance in Tar in 2022 drew near unanimous comparisons to the all-time great screen performances. As a creative and intellectual force in both film and theatre, including her tenure as artistic director of the Sydney Theatre Company, Blanchett is without question one of the 3 or 4 greatest film actresses alive anywhere in the world today. At number 16, we have Clint Eastwood, an American icon whose career as actor and director spans more than 6 decades and produced some of the most enduring films in Hollywood history. Born in San Francisco in 1930, Eastwood's minimalist, still-eyed screen presence redefined the Western genre and the American action hero. His directing career, including the Oscar-winning Unforgiven and $1 Million Baby, reveals a filmmaker of moral seriousness and austere beauty. With a net worth over $375 million, more than 60 acting credits, and multiple Academy Award wins as a director, Eastwood is one of the last giants of old Hollywood, a symbol of American rugged individualism who has outlasted every generation of critics. At number 15 is Tom Hanks, the most beloved actor in American cinema history, and the only person to win back-to-back Academy Awards for Best Actor for Philadelphia in 1994 and Forrest Gump in 1995. Born in Concord, California in 1956, Hanks has built a career of extraordinary breadth and consistency, from romantic comedies to war epics to animated classics. His films have grossed well over $10 billion worldwide. His personal warmth, moral decency, and technical brilliance have made him a figure of genuine cultural trust and affection. With a net worth exceeding $400 million and a legacy that touches virtually every corner of American popular culture, Tom Hanks is simply the ultimate movie star. And number 14 is Halle Berry, a trailblazing actress who made history as the first black woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress for her searing performance in Monsters Ball in 2002. Born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1966, Berry has navigated Hollywood with beauty, talent, and ferocity across 4 decades. Her role as Storm in the X-Men franchise made her a global superstar. Her directorial debut with the boxing drama Bruised in 2021 demonstrated a fierce creative ambition behind the camera. Despite facing significant obstacles, typecasting, and personal hardships, including domestic violence, Berry has consistently pushed the boundaries of what roles black women are permitted to inhabit on the Hollywood screen, and her courage has changed the landscape permanently. And number 13 is Pedro Pascal, the Chilean-American actor who became one of the most in-demand and beloved performers on the planet in the 2020s. Born in Santiago, Chile in 1975 and raised in the US after his family fled Pinochet's dictatorship, Pascal spent years in supporting television roles before his breakout as Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones. His lead role as the Mandalorian in Disney's Star Wars universe made him a household name globally. His performance in HBO's The Last of Us was hailed as one of the finest in recent television history. His appearance in Gladiator 2 in 2024 cemented his place as a true Hollywood leading man. Pascal represents a new generation of Latino stars at the very summit of the industry. And number 12 is Jack Nicholson, one of the most charismatic and audacious performers in the history of American cinema, and the most nominated male actor in Academy Award history, with 12 nominations and 3 wins. Born in Neptune City, New Jersey, in 1937, Nicholson's unpredictability, wit, and barely contained danger made him unlike any other screen presence of his generation. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Chinatown, The Shining, and As Good as It Gets represent the range of a performer who simply cannot be contained. With a net worth of over $400 million and a career that defined multiple eras of Nollywood filmmaking, Nicholson is one of the indisputable giants, a performer who looked every camera directly in the eye and dared it to blink first. And number 11 is Sophia Loren, the greatest Italian actress in cinema history and one of the supreme screen presences of the 20th century. Born in Rome in 1934, Loren's beauty was matched by her formidable acting talent, which earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1962 for 2 women, making her the first person to win an Oscar for a foreign language performance. She worked extensively in Hollywood throughout the 1960s alongside Cary Grant, Charlton Heston, and Gregory Peck, and returned to the screen in 2020 for The Life Ahead, earning raves at the age of 86. Her endurance, elegance, and artistry make her one of the most beloved screen icons in the history of the world. And number 10 is Chadwick Boseman, an actor of magnificent grace, dignity, and courage, who left behind a legacy that transcends the screen. Born in Anderson, South Carolina in 1976, Boseman spent years crafting a mastery of biographical performance, portraying icons Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Thurgood Marshall with uncanny conviction. His portrayal of T'Challa in Black Panther became a cultural moment of historic proportion for Black audiences worldwide. Remarkably, during the final years of his life, he performed all of these roles while battling stage 3 and then stage 4 colon cancer in private. He died in August 2020. His posthumous Oscar nomination for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was a final testament to the extraordinary heights of his art. And number 9 is Anthony Hopkins, the Welsh-American actor who delivered perhaps the most chilling single performance in the history of cinema as Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, for which he won his first Academy Award for Best Actor. Born in Port Talbot, Wales in 1937, and a long citizen of the US, Hopkins has demonstrated an intellectual ferocity and unsettling precision across a 6-decade career. In 2021, he won his second Oscar for Best Actor for The Father, becoming the oldest winner in the category's history at 83 years of age. With over 100 film credits and a net worth of over $160 million, Hopkins is a force of nature, whose craft only deepens with time. He continues working at a pace that would exhaust performers half his age. At number 8 is Sandra Bullock, the highest paid actress in Hollywood for multiple years and one of the most consistently successful box office stars of the past 3 decades. Born in Arlington, Virginia in 1964 to a German opera singer and an American vocal coach, Bullock broke into stardom with the action thriller Speed in 1994 and never looked back. Her Oscar win for The Blind Side in 2010 demonstrated dramatic range beyond her crowd-pleasing comedic persona. Gravity, co-starring George Clooney, was a technical and physical tour de force that earned her another Academy Award nomination. With a net worth exceeding $200 million and films crossing billions at the worldwide box office, Bullock is one of the great stars the American film industry has produced. And number 7 is Al Pacino, the Italian-American actor whose explosive, intuitive performances in the 1970s redefined what American screen acting could be. Born in East Harlem, New York City in 1940, Pacino was a theater actor before Francis Ford Coppola cast him as Michael Corleone in The Godfather, one of the great casting decisions in cinema history. His transformations across Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface made him the dominant male presence in American cinema for 2 decades. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Scent of a Woman in 1993 with a net worth of over $120 million and a cultural footprint that extends across generations. Pacino is an American original, raw, brilliant, and unforgettable. At number 6 is Taraji P. Henson, one of the most dynamic, charismatic, and technically accomplished actresses working in American cinema today. Born in Washington, D.C. in 1970, Henson paid her dues for years before an Oscar-nominated supporting performance in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button announced her to the world. Her role as NASA mathematician Katherine Johnson in Hidden Figures inspired millions. Her starred son as Cookie Leon in the Fox drama Empire made her a cultural phenomenon. In 2023, her emotionally devastating performance in The Color Purple remake reminded audiences of the full, terrifying scope of her talent. Henson has spoken powerfully about gender pay gap for Black women in Hollywood, and her advocacy is as important as her artistry. And number 5 is Marlon Brando, the father of modern American screen acting, whose influence on every actor who came after him is so total that it's simply impossible to calculate. Born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1924, Brando's naturalistic, method-based approach to performance exploded every convention of theatrical Hollywood acting. A streetcar named Desire, On the Waterfront, for which he won his first Oscar, The Godfather, Last Tango in Paris, and Apocalypse Now represent a body of work that belongs not merely to cinema, but to civilization. He won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor and remains the standard against which all performers of his generation and every generation since are measured. He died in 2004, but cinema as we know it was built in large part by him. And number 4 is Katharine Hepburn, the most acclaimed actress in the history of Academy Awards, with a record 4 wins for Best Actress that still stands unmatched. Born in Hartford, Connecticut in 1907, Hepburn was a force of intellectual independence, sharp wit, and technical perfection across a career spanning 6 decades. She defied Hollywood's expectations of femininity at every turn in her life and in her role. Her screen partnerships with Spencer Tracy and Cary Grant produced some of the most beloved films of the Golden Age. Long after most stars of her era had faded, she was still winning Oscars. Her final win coming in 1982 for On Golden Pond. Katharine Hepburn was Hollywood's greatest rebel and its greatest actress. And number 3 is Leonardo DiCaprio, the defining male film star of his generation, whose combination of astonishing dramatic range, fierce environmental activism, and extraordinary commercial power make him one of the most significant figures in the history of American cinema. Born in Los Angeles in 1974, DiCaprio earned his first Oscar nomination at 19 for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. His role in Titanic made him the most famous actor on earth. His collaborations with Martin Scorsese, Gangs of New York, The Aviator, The Departed, The Wolf of Wall Street chart the journey of a great actor becoming a great artist. He finally won the Academy Award for Best Actor for The Revenant in 2016, and his performance in Killers of the Flower Moon confirmed he is still at his absolute peak. His films have earned over $7.2 billion worldwide. And number 2 is Audrey Hepburn, one of the most luminous and beloved presences in the history of world cinema, and one of only a handful of performers to achieve EGOT status, an Oscar, Emmy, Grammy and Tony Award. Born in Brussels, Belgium in 1929 and raised across occupied Netherlands during World War II, an experience that marked her profoundly, Hepburn brought a radiant father strength to every role she inhabited. Roman Holiday won her the Oscar in 1954. Breakfast at Tiffany's made her immortal. My Fair Lady is one of the crown jewels of Hollywood musical cinema. But it is her later life as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, visiting the poorest communities in Africa, South America and Asia, that reveals the true depth of her humanity. She died in January 1993, and the world has not stopped missing her since. And number 1, the greatest North or South American movie actors of all time, from 1960 to 2026, is Sidney Poitier. Born in Miami, Florida on February 20th, 1927 to Bahamian parents and raised in the Bahamas and later New York, Sidney Poitier did something that no measurement of box office grosses or award tallies can fully capture. He changed what it meant for a black man to exist in American cinema and in American society. In an era when black performers were confined to several comedic or villainous roles, Poitier played doctors, teachers, detectives, intellectuals and moral exemplars with a dignity so absolute that it shook the foundations of segregationist America. In 1963, he became the first black actor to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for Lilies of the Field. No black actor would win the award again for almost 40 years. His 1967 trilogy Tusa, With Love, In the Heat of the Night, and Guess Who is Coming to Dinner made him the top box office star in America, the first black actor to ever hold that distinction. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama. He shaped the moral imagination of his country at a moment when his country desperately needed it. Sidney Poitier died on January 6, 2022, at the age of 94. He was more than a movie star. He was proof that cinema, at its greatest, can change the world. And that has been the top 40 movie actors and actresses of all time from North and South America from 1960 to 2026, ranked by KC Production. The Americans have given the world stories that have made us laugh, cry, rage, question and believe. These 40 extraordinary human beings, from Hollywood's golden age to the streaming era, are the reason cinema is not just entertainment. It's one of the greatest things our species have ever made. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to KC Production and share it with a fellow lover of great cinema. We'll see you in the next one.